Lu Sheng sips his coffee, noting that staying in his room doesn't mean he is blind to the events happening outside. He casually lists the ship's recent activities, including recruiting a level 13 expert and completing 87 spatial jumps. He points out exact details, noting they were attacked by 13 pirate waves and that the elf fought them 12 times. This leaves Ao Nong Turing shocked by his accuracy. Lu Sheng smugly adds that 7 of those times, the elf fought alongside the blue-haired girl, secretly trying to show off and compete with her. This completely flusters Ao Nong Turing, who frantically begs Lu Sheng to stop. Changing the subject, the elf notes that the blue-haired girl, Masha, shares their goal of traveling to the hunting bow for the Heavenly Academy exam. Lu Sheng takes another sip of his coffee and asks if the elf actually spoke to her. Annoyed, Ao Nong Turing admits he tried, but she completely ignored him. Lu Sheng advises him to mind his attitude, suggesting that if the elf treated her with the same respect he shows him, she might actually reply. Indignant, Ao Nong Turing scoffs, declaring that only Lu Sheng deserves that level of respect from him. Deciding to head out, he waves goodbye. Just as he leaves, a holographic alert pops up. The elf eagerly turns back, announcing a new bounty for space pirates and inviting Lu Sheng to join the fight. Grinning, Ao Nong Turing reasons this might be their last chance to fight pirates on this trip. Unamused, Lu Sheng stares blankly, suspecting the elf just wants to drag him along to act cool in front of the blue-haired girl. He casually rejects the offer, stating he has no interest in pirates and would rather spend the time cultivating alone. Ao Nong Turing accepts his decision without issue and leaves the cabin. Left alone, Lu Sheng pauses, realizing it has been a while since he checked on his shadow clone. Sitting on his bed, he uses this quiet time to connect with his clone and assess its situation. Meanwhile, on the bridge of the Star Spirit Flower, Zi Yangshan leans confidently over a control console. She smiles, commenting that watching a skirmish involving over 200 level 11 and 12 martial artists is an entertaining way to pass the time. Gazing at a tactical display, she notes the pirate quality has increased as they near the hunting bow. Surprised, they gathered nearly 30 level 12 experts. Outside the ship, a fierce battle is underway. Ao Nong Turing and Masha easily overpower and dispatch numerous pirates. Watching from inside, a crew member marvels at their combat prowess, noting that the two youths are effortlessly sweeping through the level 12 enemies. The battlefield is completely dominated by the duo, with none of the pirates able to withstand their attacks. A crewmate remarks that the two prodigies have turned the conflict into a one-sided slaughter, predicting the battle will end soon. Another crew member expresses deep admiration, praising both fighters as the most outstanding martial arts geniuses he has ever seen. A crewmate mentions Lu Sheng, pointing out he hasn't shown his face once since boarding and assuming he is antisocial. Another dismisses the concern, noting they don't need his help anyway. Their conversation is abruptly cut short when a blinding energy beam streaks across the battlefield, hurtling directly toward Ao Nong Turing. Before the elf can react, an attacker emerges from the blast and delivers a devastating kick to his chest, sending him flying and coughing up blood. On the bridge, Zi Yangshan's confident smile vanishes. Realizing the pirate ambush includes a level 13 expert, she frantically asks for an update on the elf's condition. The attacker is a menacing figure wrapped in bandages with an oppressive aura. Gripping a sword, he coldly taunts the injured elf for being arrogant. Severely wounded and unable to speak, Ao Nong Turing floats helplessly in the void, clutching his chest in agony. Realizing the danger, an anxious Zi Yangshan orders her subordinates to summon their own level 13 experts. She broadcasts a command for all lower-level fighters to retreat to the spaceship. Seeing Ao Nong Turing limping toward the ship, the assassin scoffs at his desperate escape attempt. Moving with terrifying speed, the assassin teleports directly behind the fleeing elf and swings his blade down for a lethal strike. Just before the blade lands, Haiji Dao intervenes, blocking the assassin's fatal blow with his giant sword to save his student. He glares at the assassin and firmly declares himself as the pirate's new opponent. Zi Yangshan breathes a huge sigh of relief, glad to see Haiji Dao enter the fray to stall the attack. Out in space, the two level 13 powerhouses clash, sending massive shockwaves across the battlefield. The tide of battle turns as two more imposing figures, Wu Tian and Babuluo, arrive to back up Haiji Dao. The crew erupts into cheers, celebrating that all three of their level 13 masters are fighting the enemy's lone expert. Zi Yangshan smirks confidently. She reflects on how lucky she is to have hired the extra experts, realizing that relying solely on her family's single guard would have been disastrous. Meanwhile, Lu Sheng's consciousness fully awakens inside his mutated shadow clone, which has been resting dormant inside a massive clam shell. The clone's monstrous form stands up. Lu Sheng assesses its power, realizing the alien body has reached the peak of level 12 and is on the verge of breaking through to level 13. Feeling slightly annoyed, he compares this effortless growth to his main body. He reflects on how hard his true self has to train just to reach level 12, while level 13 still feels like a distant dream. In stark contrast, this shadow clone does nothing but passively absorb nutrients, yet its power skyrockets automatically. Despite its immense power, Lu Sheng is disgusted by the creepy body, admitting he wouldn't use this clone if it weren't somewhat humanoid. Prying open the giant shell, he checks the outside environment, wondering if the dark entity has returned. As the shell opens, Lu Sheng is met with an unsettling sight. Instead of the familiar ocean trench, he sees a terrifying expanse with a sickly, dark green sky. The environment is filled with glowing green cracks and radiates an overwhelming aura of chaos, evil, and destruction. Staring in shock, Lu Sheng realizes the terrifying truth. His shadow clone is no longer in the Azure planet's abyss, but has somehow been transported into the dark side universe.